Hello again. This is video number 3, although I don't think it matters if you watch them in order. You'll just be more familiar with the text that we're using. So this is from the student model essays, essay number 2. This video I'm going to talk about development of ideas. So after the summary, you can have a hook if you want. You don't need one, but after the summary, which you need, then you can talk about how and then why. So you need those 3 parts. So this student did how first and then why second. So I'm going to go through this. In your essay, just a brief discussion. So when you're in your essay and you don't have enough ideas, then use some of the ideas from the models that we're looking at, from class discussion, and try and get one more thing to talk about, one more way how. So we talked about organization, we talked about tone, we talked about specific examples that he has or details, those sorts of things to develop. And then every time, the best way to support your argument is to find one more example. A lot of paragraphs that I looked at on Canvas, you have a great point, a great clear topic sentence, but then you'll support it only once with only one quote sandwich. Or sometimes with the sandwich that's missing the top part of the bun or the bottom part of the bun. And so your paragraph is pretty short. But if you remember, I'm a hungry reader, so fill me up. Give me 2 quotes, 2 quote sandwiches, right? Or 1 quote sandwich with 2 quotes inside it. All of that starts to spread out your discussion, and it's not just giving random examples. When you're giving support, it's clarifying your argument, it's clarifying your idea. So I'm going to jump back in this paragraph, how. So the student is developing how, and notice here, this comes right from the thesis. So the topic sentence starts at the very beginning of the paragraph. You don't have to start here, but it helps the reader if it's very close to the top of your paragraph. So another organization of this chapter is balance. Googins mentions failure at the beginning, and he closes it with success. So very clear. So the beginning, we're going to talk about failure, right? Notice struggle, failure, losing focus, failure, not overconfident, fail, right? How focused this is on the first part of the topic sentence. But then after that, then he had gotten success. So we have this transition then that shows the balance, the success at the end. So failure up here, success, balance, right? So overall balance. This student could have developed, should have developed success much better. The student actually doesn't like the final point in the chapter, but this paragraph isn't really about the final point. So remember to stay focused. But until here, this is a very strong paragraph, and the student could have developed this quote in another quote sandwich. So this could have been more developed. But notice how focused it is. The topic sentence develops part of the thesis, and then this part of the paragraph stays very focused. So this is okay. This is a comment. If you end up like this, that's all right. But until here, this is very strong. But of course, you don't need the page number. What I want to say up here, I might have to do 2 videos. That's okay. So up here, at the beginning of this paragraph, this is the top of a quote sandwich and a paraphrase. So actually, the student right here could have the page number, because this is a paraphrase. You don't need to say Goggins 290 because you're only citing from Goggins. Yeah, I'll do a second video. And here, so he does talk about success with one, you don't need this. He does talk about failure with one quote, but he also, this author could have had a quote up here. So this is a very good example. The author is stretching out their development and how they could have done it even more with another full quote sandwich